everyone. I am Mrs. Nehal Godambe from MCGM Virtual Training Center. Welcomes you in today's session of Standard 9 English. Today I am going to welcome you all with a hot cup of tea. How's that idea? See children, all over the world people drink different types of beverages, hot and cold. Some drinks tea, some prefers coffee, some prefers cold drinks and so on. But in a survey, it is proved that tea is the most favorite beverage of all ages, though they are small, though they are elder people. Each and everyone likes to begin their day with a hot cup of tea. See, look at the picture. It's a monsoon now, rainy season. How's the idea of sitting with a hot cup of tea in a window while watching the rains? Isn't it pleasant thing? Even if we think about it, we feel so happy. Sometimes you people study at late night and then to awake, to be fresh, we need a cup of tea. So, tea is the most favorite drink or beverage throughout the world. So, tea is the most popular beverage in the world. It is proved by a survey that all over the world, in each and every country of the world, tea is drunk on the very large scale. Though they are drinking in different style, but it is drunk in all the countries mostly in all the countries in the world. So it is the most popular beverage in the world. See, in India also, mostly in many houses, the first drink is taken and that is the tea. The fresh aromatic brew with which people like to begin their day. Though they are small children, though they are younger people, though they are elder people, each and everyone prefers tea than any other beverage in India too. In every house, tea is being made. But there are different style, there are different methods. But the basic method is, it is actually made by brewing, that is by infusing in boiling water. Soaking in boiling water, the leaves and shoots of a tea plant. So in this way, this is the basic method of making a tea, and the aroma, the sharp astringent smell of the tea makes us fresh before drinking it. So just now we have seen that it is actually made by brewing, that is by infusing in boiling water the leaves and shoots of a plant, and its botanical name is Camellia sinensis. See, I have written there, you can read it from that. Camellia sinensis. You can see the leaves of the tea. The leaves are first plucked from the plants, then they are dried. You can see dried leaves also, which we use as tea powder in our houses. Then they are cured, processed, and then they are packed, and then they are sold to us. So see children, all these process, just for your information I have told you. But in today's session, actually I am going to focus you on one thing, that how and when did people first begin to drink tea. That is what we are going to learn, the story of tea, in today's session. I know you all like to listen to story. So in today's session I am going to narrate the story of tea. So we will begin with a question, how and where did people first begin to drink tea? See, when we are listening the stories, we go in past, isn't it? The beginning of the story is like that only, long ago or once upon a time. So the tea story also began in past. So we will find out the answer of this question. How and where did people first begin to drink the tea? And through finding out the questions answer, we will go to the many countries, we will visit to many countries, and we will see how and where did people first begin to drink tea and what did they do for that. So let's go to China first. So to find out the answer of that question, how and when did people first begin to drink tea? First we will visit to China. An amusing story has come down to us from Chinese legends. Chinese legends means a traditional story. It is a traditional story from China. It is said that Emperor Shennong, the father of Chinese agriculture and medicine, he was the father of Chinese agriculture and medicine, and he was on his tour, he was on his travels, he was traveling in search of some agricultural plants and medicines. And when he was on his travel, one day his servant was boiling some water for the emperor to drink. Just then when he kept a pot for boiling, then a few leaves from a nearby tree blew into that boiling water. Then when those tree leaves fell into that water, the water immediately changed its color. And so when Emperor Shennong drank that water, he felt refreshed, amazed. He was a father of the Chinese agriculture and medicine, he thought this is something different because it has some rich flavor and refreshing qualities too. So excited by the unknown plant and its amazing flavor, he carried out further investigation, he carried out further research and discovered that tea had many healing and restorative properties. Restorative means having the ability to restore your health. If you are not feeling well, then he found out that if you boil water with these leaves, you feel refreshed. And at the same time, it could also be used as an antidote to certain poisons. Antidote means remedy, it can cure. So he kept on doing the investigation on this plant and he made this plant popular in China. So this was first legend from China. We will move to the next legend. So here comes the another legend, that is a Buddhist monk called Bodhidharma, who was the first to use tea as a drink. And it was he who introduced tea among his disciples in China, that is his followers or his students from the China. He was keen to find a herb or a medicinal plant which would help him stay awake and alert for long periods of time in prayer and meditation. As monks, they spend long periods of time in their prayer and meditation. He was in search of such plant which will keep him alert, which will keep him fresh. So after considerable search, research and trial, he found that chewing leaves from the tea shops acted as a stimulant which was making him very fresh. Stimulating quality it has, that it was raising the psychological and nervous activity in the body. It was like a refresher. It was like a tonic to his body which help him to stay awake for a long time. And so this was the second legend from the Bodhidharma. Then again comes the next story. Let's see. It is said that Japanese priests who were studying under Buddhist teachers in China carried tea seeds and leaves back home with them. Japanese priests in those days, as the people or the students were traveling all over the world for the education. So some Japanese priests who were studying under the Buddhist teacher in China, they had gone to China from Japan to study. And when they come to know the qualities of these leaves, they carried these leaves back with them to Japan. So from China, now the travel of the leaves has started to China. And here once again story from China, that Chinese emperor Huizeng set up a research into best tea whisking methods. Tea whisking means tea blending methods. He was such a fond of tea that other than tea he was not thinking about anything else. He has taken up with tea so much that he set up a research into the best tea blending methods. And at the same time, he arranged tea making and tea testing tournaments also in his court. Here you can see in the picture the people are doing making the tea. They have participated in tea making tournaments. Tea testing tournaments. Here you can see some people are testing the tea tournaments, competitions. So he was enjoying those things. Tea whisking, that is the mixing of teas and getting the new flavor, making of teas, different types and different test tea. And at the same time, tea testing tournaments also were held in his court. You can see here, and he was so tea minded. He was very fond of tea. He couldn't think anything about other than tea. He was so mad for the tea, that is known as tea minded. So tea minded was he that he failed to notice that Mongolia had actually taken over his empire. He was in such a love for tea, he was mad on tea that he was not thinking about any other things. So when the Mongolia had conquered his empire, he was unnoticed. He failed to notice that he has lost over his empire. And so this was the height of the madness of tea. So my dear children, that's all for today. And so dear children, that was the story of the tea in short. In next session we will continue with the story of the tea, but we will see the medicinal qualities and all other remaining thing of the tea. But at present you can enjoy your tea. Bye bye. See you in next session. Till then, have a nice tea. That's all for today. So you will revise whatever we have learned in today's session. Please subscribe the channel and press the notification button to get the link of next video. Bye bye.